If she were a big person, or maybe want to have them push your arms down, just relax, push your arms down, because most people just relax, push your arms down. You can get some degree, hers I didn't, because they're nice, soft, and sloped anyway. But mine are just naturally hanging, I can push them down another 1/4 inch, and that can make a big difference.
What is it, is there a landmark we can kind of look at or go below instead of just saying C4 that we can?
What does the book say? What's your palpation landmark? Thyroid cartilage. Okay? But again, since they're hard to see on females, that's why I said just approximately mid-neck, and then as long as you got the light right above the EAM, you're good. Because it's uncomfortable when this is swallowed. It's very easy to feel.
Is it in the book that it says if you put it back, you can feel it better, and then same thing with
I don't know if it's in the book or not.
Okay.
But just eyeball it, you know, unless she's one of those no-neckers. All right? But if this is a regular, most people, it's just approximately middle of the neck. And you can pretty much guesstimate there. Okay, is it going to make a big difference if I'm centered there? Or there?
It's still
It'd be getting close, but remember, okay, here's the EAM, and there's C1. Here's the EAM, there's C1. Okay? So, pretty much, if you're about there, you're going to get it. All right? And then just have the patient arms down by the side, relax. And again, you don't want to, well, if you need to have forward, take a small step toward me. There you go. Because this way, if I just pull her when I let her back, she's going to weeble right back to where she was. Okay, so there is the lateral, right? Now tell the patient relax. First thing I do when I come out, I drop my vertical down to a comfortable height. Then I get my 15-degree angle. Now I turn the light on. I got to drop it down a little more. And I go ahead and get it so that it's, you see the center going right across her mid-neck again. Right, and then I pull my bucky out and adjust. Now for my next two views, I don't have to touch the tube or the bucky, except to change the film. All right? Now I'm going to turn you about halfway this way and face me. Spread your feet apart again. All right, now just look over your left forward just a little bit. Turn the light on. I'll do those while I turn the light on. Now all I got to do is just move her back just a little bit. Right there, chin up, hold real still. And there is my oblique. Which view is this? LPO. Deborah, which intervertebral frame have we demonstrated?
You're right.
The right, okay? Right? But again, I should have had her about 45. Right? Now again, the question, if the upper vertebral bodies or intervertebral frame are open and the bottoms are not, what position there occurred? The body's not rotated, just the neck. Okay? Then from here, I just step in, change the film, turn and face me halfway this way, and I get them basic position first, then once I'm in position, then I hit my light. Then I just make a small adjustment, take a small step toward me, perfect, chin up, look to your right. Okay, hold that position, blow your breath out, hold it out. Of course, this is just expiration, just respiration, so it don't matter. So, all right? Okay, then it says turn around, put your back against the board. And I come in from here from 72 to 40, leaving it at the angle. All right? Now look at the light field. It's going to go from a big cone field to about an envelope-sized light field. Wow. All right, there's 40 inches. All right, and I got just a small cone field. All right. So now from here, I can just raise it vertically till I'm centered at the same reference point. And again, I adjust my centering, which is pretty much the same place. Simply by coming from 72 to 40, it almost always stays centered. Isn't that amazing? Okay, so now here, all I have to do is just give myself a little cone and just outside the margin of the neck. As you stand up straight, chin up. Remember, I just want to try to get up a little more. Perfect, just like that.
You didn't change your angle, correct?
No, I did not. Of course, according to the book, though, what angle should I be using since she's upright?
20 is
20.
the valid.
But that's a book answer. For all practical purposes, it's fine, just do 15. All right? Now I've shot the AP. And the self-patient relaxed. I've changed my film. Now I'm going to drop my roll back down, and I'm going to bring my cone field in top to bottom. So I got just my nice little squarish cone field. Then I'll come up. And usually I like to put the cone field right below the eye. We'll find out in chapter 10, that's called the infraorbital margin.
You put what right below the eye?
The cone field. The cone field is
Top of
right
the
here.
light. Oh, top.
Top of, yeah, sorry. TLF, top of light field, which is right here at the infraorbital rim. Okay? Just bottom of the eye. Because they don't want to just bring it with the cone field open, they don't want to raise it up because it'll be in their eye. That's a bright light. Right? So now I'm right over my mouth. Maybe drop it just a little bit. And now that it's a vertical beam, now I got a center to this. Remember, anytime you move your tube, first thing you want to do is verify your center to this. Right? And so now, something will touch the back of your head. Touch your back, and that is, open your mouth so I can see your teeth. And then that's where I stick my finger out straight. Remember, that's my straight edge. This finger and thumb form my straight edge. So I just kind of look down, I look across my thumb and my finger out, that's my straight edge. Alright? Or you can pull your pin out. But by doing this, I got my finger on the base of her skull, right here, and I hold my chin back a little bit. Now, if I'm going to cheat one way or the other, which one am I going to cheat? Flex or extended?
Down.
Flex, because the beam will burn through the bottom part of the teeth, but it won't burn through the base of the skull. Okay, so I got the pit, right? Open my mouth again a little bit. Okay, now, and before I do this, start positioning, I say, okay, as I'm working here, okay, now this next view is a weird view. Because the top of your spine lies right in line with your teeth. In order for us to see that, we have to shoot with your mouth open so we can see the top spine. Because they wonder, what the heck are you doing? And just give them a brief explanation.
Do I have to take my teeth out?
Well, all this will be from the beginning. This is, oh, you love doing people with dentures. You can get some great odontoid okay? Now on that, then you definitely want to cheat forward because there is no teeth. So that's when you tilt head down forward a little bit and you get it great because that really brings the base of the skull up and away. Yes?
You know, when you go to center on where their mouth is and they open their mouth, do you need to recenter?
No, that's why, well, not really. Okay, that's why you're in the general area. Because from right here, okay, now watch her, can everybody see her? Okay, now open your mouth as far as you can. Now she didn't do it, but most times when you tell people that, okay, open your mouth as wide as you can, they will throw that head back and the jaw down, which will throw your positioning off. Okay, if they do that, so now just relax, then you tilt it back down, anticipating that head, and say, okay, open your mouth as far as you can, and then a lot of times they'll open it perfect. So just notice how far they throw their head. Now just relax, let me reposition, and then you position it so that the head is slightly down, so that it's okay, now open your mouth, they go, and it should go right where you need it.
And you want to center in the opening of the
Yeah,
mouth,
you open
not,
the mouth.
not the line that you, the imaginary line that you created
Okay,
from.
open your mouth as far as you can. See, open mouth, yeah. And again, my marker, I haven't moved my marker hardly at all. So there's the AP, there's the lateral, both obliques at 72 inches. I come into 40 inches with the angle on my tube that I set for the obliques. I shoot my AP, then I drop my angle to horizontal, change my cone so when I turn the light on, I don't blind her, and then give them open mouth. Okay, now the other view, that sometimes no matter how good your positioning is, which was the test question, that if the incisors and base of their skull are superimposed, but it's still covering the dens, what can you do? The fuse, alright? Alright, so tell people we need to do one more. And on this, I'm going to be centering about the base of the skull. So I'm going to drop this down just a little bit. Alright. Now I need the base of the skull and the MML. So just get the head tilted way back. And remember, it's that important to get the MML perpendicular to it, because we tend to want to look at the angle of the man or the inferior margin of the mandible, which in her case is off. She had a very flexible neck. Okay, but the key to that exam is you want that MML perpendicular.
And that's the line from the tip of the chin to the
Oh,
external opening?
right. Okay, make sure they stay centered. Okay, chin back a little bit. Okay, a little bit more. And again, I'd rather have it slightly overextended than underextended. Okay, and let me show you graphically why. Okay, step aside for a second. Come in there. Like half skull. Okay, because the mandible will be in the way. All right, I'm going to open up the light so y'all can see. All right. All right, how open is the vertebral the frame of magnum? It's not, but now look how much or how little I move this. There it is right there, right? Look at that hole.
Yeah.
Just that little bit of movement from there to there, look. So that's why I said it's so key you get that line perpendicular. Because if I'm at this, that line